Yeah, so hi guys. In this video, we will be solving another stack question, next greater element. So we are given an array of size n of non-zero positive integer. The task is to find the next greater element for each element of the array in order of their appearance in the array. Next greater element of an element in the array is the nearest element on the right, which is greater than the current element. And if no greater element exists, the next greater element for current element is -1. Suppose we are given this example 1, 3, 2, 4. Hmm. Suppose we are given this example 1, 3, 2, 4. So for each element, this is our answer array. For each element, we have to find the next greater element, the first next greater element from the right side. So for one, we are at one. The next immediate greater element is three. Now we are at three. So the next greater element, we will go on right. 2 is not greater than 3. We will go to 4. Yeah, 4 is greater than 3. So for 3, the next greater element is 4. Now we are at 2. So we will go on the right side. We will see 4. So 4 is the next greater element for 2. Now we are at 4. So there is no elements on the right side. So the next greater element is 1. Right. This is the problem what they are trying to say. Next thing, how we are going to approach this problem, right? If you see, the brute force solution is we can run a loop from I is equals to 0 to I is equals to n, and another loop for I is equals to I plus 1 to n, and where we can perform some logic and we can find the next greater element uh, from the array. This is the brute force approach. है ना? The time complexity time complexity is big of n square because of these two loops. Time complexity. Now, so we are not going to use the brute force here. How we are going to approach this is using stack. So we will have an stack here, and we will traverse this array from last. I will give you example how we are going to traverse the array from last. Uh, when we are at 4, we are starting from 4. So the first thing is traversing array from end. We are traversing the array from end n minus 1. So we are here. Now, as the stack is empty, there is no greater element than 4 because it is the last element. So I am making the answer array here. This is the answer here array. This is the input array. So we are at 4. So we will keep here -1. right? And what we will do, we will push this element to stack. So 4 is pushed in the stack. Hmm. Now we will move the pointer. We are at 2. Now we will see if uh, the first thing is this, that the array is stack is not empty. Now, now we will check if we can say if the stack is not empty. What we will do, we will check if the uh, current element and the stack dot peak, it will give you the topmost element of the stack. Hmm. We will see if this element that is stack dot peak is greater than the current element. Now in that case, this element is greater than this element, so this is the uh, immediate greater element, right? So what we will do, we will update the answer array that this is the next greater element for 2, and we will push this element into the stack. Now we are here, so we will see if 3 is no, no, if 3 is smaller than 2, or 2 is greater than 3. The you can see this condition in peak we have 2, and at ARR we have 3. So this condition is false. Hmm. So if this is not met, what we will do, we will say stack dot pop, right? Stack dot pop until ARR of I is greater than or equals to st dot peak, correct? So we will see the ARR of I. ARR of I is 3. It's greater than 2. So what we will do, we will pop this element. Uh, Now ARR of I is 3 and st dot peak is this element is removed 4. So this condition is false. So we will stop here, and what we will do, we will do the same thing. We will put 4 here. Like for 3, the next greater element is 4, which is st dot p, and we will add the current element into the stack, which is 3. Hmm. Now since we have pushed the element, we will move the pointer here. Here we will see the stack is not empty first of all, and if st dot peak, st dot peak is 3, is greater than error of I, which is 1, yes, it is true. So what we will do, we will know that st dot peak is the next greater element for 1, so we will write 3 here, right? So you can see this array and this array is same, right? So what is the main funda here? hmm. uh, the elements which we are pushing into the stack hmm, are in a such a order that when we pop the element, we easily find the next greater element, right? If I say for we remove this element 2, because हमने इस एलिमेंट को इसीलिए रिमूव किया क्योंकि इट वाज अगर ये एलिमेंट जो है, हाउ वुड आई एक्सप्लेन, ये एलिमेंट जो है किसी से अगर इसको हमने पॉप किया है, हम लोग सोच रहे हैं कि हो सकता है ये एलिमेंट किसी के लिए नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट हो सकता है, लेट्स से 1 के लिए, है ना। बट ऐसा नहीं है, वी आर करेंटली एट एन एलिमेंट विच इज़ ऑलरेडी ग्रेटर देन 1 ऑल्सो ना, और ये 1 के ज़्यादा क्लोज भी है ना। 2 को हम अगर सोचें कि हम लोग रिमूव ना करें, क्योंकि हो सकता है कोई एलिमेंट उसके लेफ्ट में हो जिसके लिए वो नेक्स्ट ग्रेटर एलिमेंट हो सकता है, बट हमारे पास पहले ही उससे ग्रेटर एलिमेंट यहाँ पे है और जो 1 के ज़्यादा क्लोज है, राइट। सो इट वुड नॉट मेक सेंस टू have 2 as the next greater element or any of the smaller element on the left side, right। so इसको हम लोग क्विकली कोड करेंगे। so we will have an array, answer array। hmm. long int you will have an stack, we will run a loop I is equals to n minus 1, I is greater than equals to 0 and I minus minus 1. What we will do, we will run a loop while st dot stack is not empty, not empty, not empty, and and arr of I is greater than equals to st dot peak. But we will say st dot pop. Now if after popping अगर stack empty हो गया is empty, so we will say answer dot I is equals to minus 1, because there is no greater element for this, else we will say answer dot I is equals to st dot peak. And last we will push the element into stack, right. So this is the code, we will return the answer, running the answer, we will take this input code, yeah, we got the output, we will submit. So how we are doing here now, we are seeing if the stack is not empty and if the element, sorry, while the stack is not empty and the element, the peak element in the stack, the peak element in the stack is not the greater element for arr of I, so we are popping the smaller elements. After popping, if we have two conditions, either stack got empty, stack got empty, or the while loop stopped because we found an peak element which was greater than ans of I, like we found the next greater element for arr of I, we found the next greater element. So we are adding it in the answer array and we are pushing the element always into the stack. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching.